Just let me know when my screen is visible to you guys. Thank you. See, these questions will somehow you will write. Okay. Whatever questions I'm going to discuss, I have to discuss some questions. But since I asked Megha, in which questions you struggled. Okay. So I'm discussing the same questions. She has already written the same belongs from the Sangharsh batch, but since the questions are common to all, she is always present in the answer writing batch. So she have already written these questions. Okay. First thing first, before I start the session formally, see, there will be n number of occasions you will find that whatever I have said and the modal answer and the evaluator all are in incoherency. Okay, it might be a case that you feel so. Sir, according to you, it should have been. First of all, if you are applying my concept, just close your eyes, apply it. It might be a case that evaluator is someone he evaluates on the set precedents. I'm the someone who keeps on learning with the every result. I analyze topper's copy, I extract something. So if I have said something, suppose if I haven't said something and you feel that you have derived certain analysis from the area or the from thinking that I have told you. That is your own observation, and you find it is suitable according to your writing style. Just stick to that. Whatever evaluator says or even I say na, and you have uh, I will say grasped the concept out of understanding only. Stick to it. That is called organic nature of answer writing. Fine. Model answer is a model answer. It does not mean that it has to be equally good. Means it similar or the same. There are n number of points of those certain belongs to model answer. Got it? चलो then शुरू करते हैं. So these questions are of thinkers and philosophers. Kindness is the mark of a true warrior. It takes strength to extend mercy and understanding to those who may not deserve. Okay. Now, the question talks about warrior. Fighter, a war would have been there. Now you will be thinking about Ukraine, Russia, and the Israel Hamas. Why Israel is not showing kindness or Russia has not shown kindness till now? The reason is the simple, and in the international arena, might is always right. ठीक है, more the mighty you become, more right you become. ठीक है. So first thing, whenever a statement questions comes, either you pick up the keywords and make an introduction. Now, here keyword is strength. Means if you are understanding something, you are extending something, you are showing your strength. Now you can start anything with the strength. A real strength is one which is used to help others, not to pick pockets. Okay. So used to help others, a real strength. Simple introduction, I kept it like that. Or within this, what you can show, let me make it more visible to you guys. Okay. Within this, if you look from the perspective of the warrior, okay, what is the work of warrior? Fight. Is it? No. Fighting with a cause. rebel with a cause. Okay, fighting with a cause. What I say over here, now you can interrelate a number of things. A warrior who is fighting for a cause will always show mercy and development on its adversaries. ठीक. Second, was Gandhiji a warrior? Yes. He was extending mercy. Britisher did not deserve the right, I will say, cheek after the left one. But they gave them. You could have related. Now, whatever introduction you will choose, that will be the base of your answer. I have at least introduced n number of introductions. Correct? The same base you have to select. Getting my point? Now, what to write? Quotation दिया, थोड़ा सा explanation दे दिया, background दे दिया. No, what to write actually in the answer? You have to write nothing but the structure. How is structure? If quotation is there, now write about the significance of the quotation. If a warrior shows these kind of values, what kind of society will be there? What kind of virtues he is establishing? What kind of deontology he is following? What precedent he is setting? Now, examples. Significance can be in the pointer format as well as less in analytical format. Now the example, suppose you have written in the pointer format or analytical format. Now example. Take example of Warren Buffett. He's a warrior of economics or warrior of capitalism. Says 1% belongs to the person and 99% should be given back to the society. किसी ने नाम सुना है वॉरेन बफेट या पहली बार गलती से सुनाई दे रहा है आज? ओके आयुष, डोंट वरी, अच्छा आदमी है, जिंदा है अभी. पढ़ना उसके बारे में थोड़ा सा. ठीक है, और कॉमन सा नाम ले लेते हैं. चलो, 1971 war, we created Bangladesh. Ideally, we should not have. We should have amalgamated the same into India only. Again, colony of India. ऐसे मत क्या करो, मेरी फीलिंग्स आने लगती है फालतू वाली. छोड़ो, कमिंग बैक टू टॉपिक. We showed mercy. Pakistan did not deserve the return of prisoners of war. We should. Cricket games and number of times we thrash position like Netherlands, Afghanistan, Bermuda and all. Then we show mercy by calling them, hey, come in the same picture. Even though we have won, you have equally contributed to the goodness of cricket. Understanding, they do not deserve it. They have lost, yeah. But still. Recently, I do not know how many of you seen news. Ideally, देख लेना चाहिए वो खाना खाते हुए कार्टून नेटवर्क टाइप का कुछ. ठीक है, तो what you could have followed, Biden has just said that I will give 100 billion, पता नहीं 100 million to the Gaza. I forget, is it billion or million? Mercy he's showing. They do not deserve. Hamas will be also benefited if they are spending investment. नो वरीज, 100 मिलियन दे के 70 मिलियन का हथियार ही खरीदना उन लोगों को, कोई फायदा नहीं. सो अमेरिका इज अ प्योर बिजनेसमैन. ठीक है. Another example, you as an individual, you are fighting a war, running after money, running after the UPSC examinations. Now suddenly you realize after certain attempts or certain life lessons from a number of people, yeah, not worth it to sacrifice each and everything. You have to enjoy as well. Extending mercy, even though you do not deserve, because you are in the preparation, you are meant to do certain things like that only. अब ये एग्जांपल मत लिखना, आई हैव जस्ट टोल्ड यू टू रिलेट, ठीक है, ज्यादा बेटर रिलेट कर पाओगे. यूपीएससी वाला लिखना नहीं है, ठीक है. यू कैन से इंडिविजुअल coming out of coming out in the stage of nirvana, where he showed mercy on his desires after running all the desires and number of things. He realized 10 ठीक है. Basically, first significance, then examples from different domains. Now impact. What will happen if such society or such warriors exist? We have two kind of players. गौतम गंभीर सीधे फील्ड पे गाली गलौज शुरू. सचिन तेंदुलकर सामने वाला गाली भी दे रहा तो स्माइल कर देगा. What kind of society we want? Certainly we want both, but ethics में वो लिखना जो हो नहीं सकती. So we want only Sachin Tendulkar type. Got it? Ideal society, homogeneity. Now remember, your preamble is your ethics, unity, integrity, fraternity. You can bring all these concepts. Clear? मेगा कुछ क्लियर हुआ?
Yes, sir. Sir, have one question. जैसे ये वाले की जो quotation थी, तो इसमें can a quotation have more than one interpretation?
Yes.
Okay, means my interpretation can vary from the other person's.
110%. That's what I said in the starting itself. Same warrior spirit can be used for the economy. The growing economy should be concerned about the, I will say, low income economy. They should not put the trade barriers. They are showing mercy, even though do not deserve, because they will, if they lower down their trade barriers, they will supply unhygienic food or not substandard quality products. But still, WTO does the same, na? So you could have started the same. You should be able to understand the context. Meaning can be everything.
Okay, sir.
Got it?
Got it.
The real tragedy is not the presence of shadows, but avoidance of radiant truth. फिलॉसफी ऑप्शनल है किसी का यहाँ पे? होगा तो भी नहीं बोलोगे अब तो तुम. Fine. The real tragedy is not the presence of shadows, but the avoidance of radiant truth. Means not accepting the realities is real tragedy. Incoming of bad patches in your life is not an issue. Not showing fighting spirit to the bad patches is the issue. Incoming of bad time is not an issue. Accepting it is a bad time is the issue. Not accepting it is a bad time is the issue. Avoidance, escapism. So this is about escapism is in life. Now, a number of quotations. Quotations can be started with the quotation itself. Whatever is measurable is improvable. Why suddenly I ask you people to update me about daily hours or something when you are not good? Whatever we are measuring, it will help us to improve. Whatever is measurable is improvable. When you measure the things, you are accepting radiant truth, even in the presence of shadows. Take perspective. What does actually a shadow do? को ये मत बोल देना सर पेड़ की शेडो तो हेल्प करती है हमको. It is about what does the shadow do? Speak यार, ऐसे मत बोल रहा करो चुपचाप से.
सर ब्लरी विजन हो जाता है, मतलब इंट्रोस्पेक्शन में हर्डल क्रिएट करता है.
Acceptable. What
So
else?
shadows हमें फॉलो करती रहती हैं, मतलब जहां भी हम जाते हैं हमारे पीछे पीछे आते हैं.
Good, Karan. I will say more near to the question. Gopal.
सर रियलिटी को बताती हैं एक्चुअली.
Shadows never tells the reality. You are near to the light, your shadow will be small. You are away from the light, your shadow will be big. Something like that. Shadow never tells the reality. Kriti.
सर जैसे अभी आपने कहा कि शेडो जो है वो रियलिटी नहीं बताएगी, तो उससे हमें ये तो पता चल जाएगा ना कि हाउ मच वी आर नियर टू द लाइट, एंड इट जस्ट कंसीड्स द ट्रुथ विच इज इन द लाइट. लाइट के ऊपर शेडो पड़ गई, मतलब कि वो एक पार्ट जो है वो कंसीड हो गया, वो हमें नहीं दिख रहा है.
ये एक्चुअली जिस्ट ऑफ द आंसर है. अब मुझे कुछ बोलना नहीं है ज्यादा. सीरियसली मतलब अच्छा बोला आपने. गुड. मेघा.
So basically यही कि where actually we are lacking.
Shadow will tell you, as Kriti has just mentioned, it will conceal the reality. Okay. Once you accept that it is concealing the reality, you will not focus on the shadow. So someone has mentioned distraction. It is the truth. Blurry vision due to distraction. It is the truth. You got it? So just Kriti ने बता दिया. I would not like to add anything new to there मतलब her words. Okay. Now let's move. Real tragedy is not presence of shadows. तो अब यहाँ पे कुछ भी ले सकते हो आप. ओके. इंट्रोडक्शन एक दो, चाहे तो शेडोज के बारे में बात कर सकते हैं, whether you can talk about the shadows or you can say something about the truth, or you can best intro will be you will talk about the truth and shadows. करेक्ट. गुड. अब ऐसा तुम लोग पार्टिसिपेट करते हो तो मुझे अच्छा लगता है लिटरली. ठीक है. अब देखो व्हाट आई वाज गोइंग टू टेल. एक पैराग्राफ मेरा कृति ने बोल दिया, तो ऐसे बोल दो तो मैं कुछ ना करना पड़े तो इंसान को अच्छा लगता है ऑब्वियसली. ठीक. सेकंड कंसेप्ट लिया है करण. व्हेन यू गो अबाउट द ट्रुथ, you are measuring the certain things. You are setting accountability. When you are setting accountability, you are being responsible. Again, you are completing the cycle. You are utilizing the radiant truth, not only accepting it. If I say Karan ये ऐसे नहीं होगा, इसके लिए ये करना है, तो Karan will say okay sir, accepted. Okay. First step is acceptance. He is not avoiding. Now Karan starts working on certain project जो we were discussing. Now Karan is working on that project. He is being accountable. Again, he is kind of completing the circle. He is going towards the truth. First, he knew the truth, then started action on the truth, then reaching to the truth. So from avoidance to destination to reaching is the journey of ethics का this वाला question. Got it in nutshell? Examples. Example not addressing unemployment but blaming previous government policies. Don't put these examples. Not that clear. Now, example. We do not have certain resources. Does it mean that we should not implement the policies? DPSPs, for implementing DPSPs, we were not strong enough. True that? But at the same time, did we keep them out of our constitution? No, we did not. We made them DPSPs. Yes, we know that we cannot make you fundamental rights. Okay, shadows are there. But at the same time, we did not avoid it the radiant truth and we said put them in DPSP once we will have resources. Article 21 का एम्बिट बढ़ता करते करते हम सबको fundamental rights बना देंगे. This is what we're doing. Now, I think this example made very much clear how to think about this question. क्या बोल रहे हो दिवंशी? Again, speak. I'm unable to understand.
सर लाइक जैसे करण ने एग्जाम्पल दिया था तो आपने बोला था कि ही इज कंप्लीटिंग समथिंग, तो सर उस कंप्लीशन में जैसे कृति ने बोला कि उस कंसील को हटाने के लिए, जैसे हीगल ने बोला था कि जो नेगेटिव्स हैं, जो हमारे कॉन्ट्रडिक्शंस हैं वो ऐड मतलब सॉरी वो निगेट होते चले जाएंगे, हमारी कमियां जो होती हैं, तो मतलब वो उसमें ऐड कर सकते हैं कि उस प्रोसेस में कि जब हम मतलब मैं समझा नहीं पा रही हूँ कि जब हम मतलब अंधेरे से मतलब इम्प्रूवमेंट की तरफ जाते हैं तो हमारे जितने कॉन्ट्रडिक्शंस होते हैं, हमारी जो कमियां होती है वो एंड होती चली जाती हैं. दिस इज व्हेन वी एस्टैब्लिश दी मतलब गोल अल्टीमेटली.
Got your point. You
हाँ
can write.
तो ओके.
Basically, it is about telling that whatever ambiguity, whatever challenges we are facing, the way we are moving forward, we are kind of tackling them and removing them from our system. Whatever example you are taking, correct? Certainly you can write. Now, for this, if you do not write corona, you are idiot. In corona, we did not had medicine. We did not have. Then what we did? First we accepted, yes, corona is challenge. We did not avoid the radiant truth that it is highly infectious. And number of cases. Issues were there. And we ensured we do not avoid the radiant truth and things were in our hands. Then we started working towards the radiant truth. Then we had the COVID shield and the Covaxin, which had better efficiency than Pfizer and one more was there. Fine, got it? Next chale. Megha.
Sir,
Hmm.
so when I saw this quotation, I to understand it, I related it to the fact मैंने इसको किस तरह से समझा basically कि towards the degrading environment. Okay, means we are putting up the things, we ourselves are bringing out the things that our environment is degrading, we have to protect it, but whatever part is left protected, what we are doing to protect it further, to protect it from being degraded further. So I interpreted it in this way.
Fine. You are accepting the tragedy was there. You are accepting that we cannot avoid the radiant truth. If we go same way, we will degrade it further. That is what you did. We are sticking to the same concept. Try to write at least 3 examples in such questions. At least.
Okay, sir.
Marks will improve exponentially. Nice. The unexamined life is not worth living. How would you interpret this statement? Socrates चाचा बोल के गए. Second last question of the session. A number of people have heard this. God gives most of the difficult battles to its hardest soldier, whom God loves, gives more challenges so that he or she can come out better. But this is what it is. Simple as that. Unexamined life means, what is examination? Guys, I will take the question after this. Keep your hand raised on.
No, बताना चाहता.
हाँ बोलो.
So the struggle for independence, yes, the struggle for India, the struggle for independence for the Indians, uh, uh, it isn't like an examination for the Indians to take the challenge.
Take the challenge
मतलब यहाँ
of
से शुरू to take the challenge of the like to take the challenge to eradicate the British Raj from India.
eradicate. Not right word.
मतलब
Remove. Eradicate is like not even shoots are there. Your constitution is the shoot of British Raj only. 1935 Act.
yes, sir.
Okay. Fine. This example will work. Let's discuss. I have taken one session on the commands. What I have discussed when I said the word examine. Anyone? What I said when I said examine? Yes, Kriti.
Sir, you said that doctor examines you. आपको प्रॉब्लम है तो उसका मतलब जो आपको सिम्टम्स दिख रहे हैं वो क्यों दिख रहे हैं उनके रीजंस वो फाइंड आउट करते हैं. Something
So
like that.
yes, examine your life so that it become worth living. Examine your life so that it will become worth living. What is worthy life? कृति अब बोल दिया तो आपसे कंटिन्यू करेंगे.
सर वर्दी लाइफ का कॉन्सेप्ट तो बहुत सब्जेक्टिव है.
तो अपना वाला दे दो, बाकी तो मैं उनका ले लूंगा.
ओके, so according to me worthy life is when you realize what is your purpose in life and you are living that purpose
Done and
or
dusted.
you are working
Done and
towards that
dusted.
purpose.
Done and dusted. This was the ऐसे बोला करो. मेरा सेशन जल्दी खत्म हो रहा है, मुझे बहुत खुशी हो रही है. एंड आई फील गुड एटलीस्ट तुम लोग पढ़ रहे हो. ठीक है. सी वर्दी लाइफ. व्हाट इज एक्चुअली वर्दी लाइफ? You have a purpose of living a life. क्या हुआ करण? Not agreed? ऐसे ऐसे चल रहा था तो मुझे लगा ओके ओके फाइन फाइन. ठीक है. Worthy life. You have a purpose. For that purpose, you will develop a character. For example, I have to be a murderer. I want to be a murderer. ठीक है. For me, that will be a worthy life. I want to murder 100 people. What kind of character I will develop? Best shooter, best knife man, best henchman. ठीक है. A good runner so that I can run after doing one murder. Okay. Then technical support so that forensic team cannot send. I will say address my concerns. Okay. So leaving the negative example aside, worthy life. You will develop the character. What is the worthy life? All the ethical word, honesty, probity, whatever it is, sub डाल दो. Now, examples, the people who have lived the worthy life. KRK, Shahrukh Khan, Salman Khan, है ना? विवेकानंद, APJ Abdul Kalam, Gandhi ji, Nelson Mandela, they all had a purpose. Now, worthy life. Okay, so you will say in my interpretation, a worthy life is one where you develop character. For example, where you develop this, where you help others. Flow में चलते रहो. क्वेश्चन है दिव्यांशी?
अच्छा नहीं, इस आंसर पे ही कुछ बोलना था कि सर रादर देन मतलब सिर्फ इंडिविजुअल एग्जांपल्स देने की, हम इसमें हायरार्की भी तो सेट कर सकते हैं कि अनएग्जामिन्ड लाइफ का मतलब है कि हम इंट्रोस्पेक्शन करें. तो पहला इंडिविजुअल लेवल, दूसरा फैमिली, तीसरा सोसाइटल लेवल, देन नेशन. वही था. बट सर ऐसे मतलब अजीब तो नहीं हो जाएगा कि एक ही आंसर में हम बहुत सारे एग्जांपल लिख सकते हैं मतलब हम. ठीक है.
एग्जामिनेशन जब मैंने बताया था तो आई टोल्ड यू गाइस यू हैव टू गो डीपर डीपर डीपर. That is what you are going. Individual, society, nation. Good. Yes, Gopal.
सर इसमें एक वो वाला डायमेंशन ऐड कर सकते हैं, मतलब कि वर्दी लाइफ को भी थोड़ा एक्सप्लेन करें कि जो सोसाइटी चाहती है वर्दी लाइफ वो है क्या, या फिर कुछ और ही है वर्दी लाइफ, वो वाला डायमेंशन ला सकते हैं.
Not asked in the question.
मतलब सर मेरे को ये थॉट आया था कि एग्जामिनेशन में अगर अपन वर्दी लाइफ को ही थोड़ा एग्जामिनेशन करने लग जाए, कि पूछ रहा हूँ सर ऐसा.
It is deviating from the topic. How would you interpret the statement? Unexamined in life is not worthy living. Means you have to live worthy living life. Okay. It means what will happen. एक पैरा आपको ये भी एड्रेस करना है. If you live unexamined life, you will not improve. Divyanshi, as you talked about the improvement, you will not improve. You will not be acceptable to society. You will not get the recognition. Rahul Gandhi has recently started examining his life, na? He has started getting recognition as well. कितना बेवकूफ नहीं हूँ. Similarly, okay. तो एक पैरा वो भी देना है. And if you start going that way कि worthy living, unworthy living सब कुछ explain करने लगे तो गोपाल 250 वर्ड है, शूट कर जाएगा.
यस सर, यस सर. इस पे ठीक है.
सर अगर ऐसे होता तो हम गोपाल वाले पॉइंट्स को ऐड कर सकते थे.
ऐसे होता तो 11.5 पेज लिखने हैं, हम सबके एक एक पॉइंट ऐड हो जाते हैं उसमें.
ओके.
Fine. I'm deliberately not telling you conclusions. Don't ask me. Okay, because you have to write this answer somewhere. We will be discussing questions of the ethics. There I will talk more about the conclusion. Social values are more important than economic values. Discuss the above statement with examples in the context of inclusive growth of a nation. Now, first definition should be this only in introduction generally, because it is a key term and not that very simple term. If you look from the perspective of a UPSC aspirant, you will find a good definition of inclusive growth. UN wala, World Bank wala. Then with that definition introduction, आप ऐसे लिख दोगे इसको. Sir, I am not getting this kind of definition. Any document which has mentioned inclusive growth, or any document, if it is belong to World Bank, that is World Bank definition. If it is belong to the UN kind of definition. समझ में आ रहा है? इंट्रोडक्शन में यहाँ पे लिमिट करता हूँ. Wherever I get any key term, keyword, I will limit myself. ठीक है? Clear? Clear?
ये सब।
चलो, now social values are more important. Acha, in every question we have a flip side. Kriti, I did not mention, but every question had the flip side. So 2-3 लाइन उस पे फेंकी जा सकती है, not more than that. ठीक है? If you go, पहले मैं ये, even unexamined life is worth living. Which one? मस्तरा मस्ती में आग लगे बस्ती में. They are not examining the life. The followers of a great God man. We will follow. Some, as you guys have given all the tensions to me na, कि Utkarsh sir will be telling, we will follow the same. You are not examining. It might be a case that I am directing something and I am making you to examine. But for you, it might seem that you are not examining at all. Let the sir discuss whatever is asked. Okay? Real tragedy is not presence of shadows. Avoidance of radiant truth is also a tragedy. Even acceptance can be a tragedy. You cannot do anything. If you cannot go do anything, go with the flow. Shadows are there. Kindness is the mark of, okay. Sometimes even they deserve, even not extending mercy is a kindness of the warrior, because he wants to set the precedent to maintain the law and order. That's why we did Mahabharata. That's why we did Puri. Okay. मैंने कहा डील कर लेते हैं, वरना कृति स्पेसिफिकली बोलती है फ्लिप साइड के लिए मेरे को फिर. फाइन. Social values are the more important than the economic values. Coming back to the question, okay? Discuss the above statement with the examples in the context of the inclusive growth. We have to talk about in the context of inclusive growth and why social values are more important than economic. Economic values will say, okay, those who are less needy, low on the economic platform, we have to cater to those. Social values will say it's not about the only economics. It's also about the representation. It's also about the size. It might be because one Parsi is there and he is very wealthy. It does not mean that Parsis will not be represented. Yes, shifting of tribals you can mention Prajesh over here. यहाँ पे मैं मना नहीं करूँगा. ठीक है? He is talking about the economy as well as social. Got it? So why social values are more important? इसका flip side ये बनेगा कृति कि you have to mention that it's not only about the social values. Economic values are also important. ठीक है? That's why we came up with the EWS quota and all. Clear? Now, n number of examples can be there. Whenever you mention woman, if you say n number of women never work, they are homemaker, housewives. So what? They will not get the benefits of the inclusive growth? Yes, they will never, until unless you put the social lens on your eyes, that even this section needs to be catered upon. Transgenders, सड़क पे इकट्ठा पैसा बहुत कर लिया. It doesn't mean that they are socially acceptable. Certainly, there are n number of transgenders who funds independent candidates during the election. Sir, Prithvi Rajan should not have shown mercy to the Muhammad Ghori in the first battle of. Don't change the history. I will only give one suggestion. Don't change the history. It can be a learning hard state. Okay. More examples. And then caste, class, religion based. Where you find discrimination, social values are there. Fine. Structure clear हो गया? और कोई क्वेश्चन है भी नहीं. So I'll stop for the time being. Now, if you got any questions, just let me know. Divanshi?
सर कोई आंसर सपोज एग्जाम्पल मतलब बहुत ज्यादा नहीं आ रहे हैं तो वो हम मतलब एथिक्स के आंसर एनालिटिकल वे में भी लिख सकते हैं या
हाँ,
जरूरी है?
नहीं नहीं, मैंने इसीलिए बोला, स्टार्टिंग में बोला ना, यू कैन राइट इन पॉइंटर एज वेल एज पैराग्राफ फॉर्मेट, इट विल वर्क। सर फ्लिप साइड सब हेडिंग्स के साथ राइट करें, नेवर, आई विल नॉट सजेस्ट। यस वंदना, नहीं कृति पहले, सॉरी।
सर जो हम फ्लिप साइड मेंशन करेंगे, डू वी डू इट बिफोर द कंक्लूजन? बट वो फिर वही हो जाएगा कि नेगेटिव नोट पे एंड कर रहे हैं।
Flip side before conclusion, in conclusion generally you
कंक्लूजन
will,
विल बी पॉजिटिव।
obviously, however, हालांकि, कृति बिल्कुल नहीं
और
पढ़ती, हालांकि अब जो स्टेटमेंट आएगी वो पॉजिटिव आएगा।
ओके सर, और ये मतलब बहुत बार ऐसा होगा कि हम लोग जो पढ़ रहे हैं कोटेशन, उसके रिलेटेड हमको कुछ समझ में ही नहीं आया। जैसे आज मैंने एथिक्स के क्वेश्चन पढ़े तो मेरे तो सिर के ऊपर से चले गए।
तो
तो उस केस में
इसीलिए सेशन रखा ना, अब वो क्वेश्चन जाके पढ़ोगे तो दिमाग चलेगा उसमें, गारंटेड दे रहा हूँ।
ओके। और जैसे ही इतने
तो
सारे एग्जाम्पल्स आ रहे हैं तो हो सकता है कि हमारे दिमाग में एग्जाम्पल्स ना आए इतने सारे।
दैट्स व्हाई आई एम गिविंग 2 क्वेश्चंस इन 2 days इन द स्टार्टिंग। गूगल कर लो यार, एक दो एनेक्डोट्स मिल जाएंगी, कहानियां मिल जाएंगी किसी के बारे में, कोटेशन डालोगे उससे क्लैरिटी आ जाएगी किस बारे में बात हो रही है। गॉट इट वंदना?
वो जो भी हमने वो शैडो वाला क्वेश्चन डिस्कस किया है ना, उसमें आपने वो डीपीएसपी वाला जो बोला है ना कि उसको हम साइड, वो मुझे समझ नहीं आया थोड़ा कि मतलब आपने कि उसे
रिपीट करता हूँ। डीपीएसपीज वर द, मतलब अभी कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन बनानी है, डीपीएसपी से, मतलब अभी मैं डीपीएसपी बोल रहा हूँ लेकिन फाउंडिंग फादर्स को पता नहीं क्या बोला उन्होंने, एक ग्रुप ऑफ एलिमेंट्स है समझ लो। फाउंडिंग फादर्स ने देखा हमारे पास इतने पैसे तो नहीं है कि इसको इम्प्लीमेंट करवा दें, तो उनके पास 2 ऑप्शन थे। ये अब शेडो आ गया ना कि हमारे पास इतने पैसे नहीं है, रिसोर्सेज नहीं है कि हम इसको इम्प्लीमेंट
हाँ
करा दें। अब इन्होंने
right,
इसको रोक दिया, ठीक है, इन्होंने इसको बेसिकली रोक दिया कि हम नहीं इम्प्लीमेंट कर सकते। फाउंडिंग फादर्स ने फिर क्या डिसाइड किया, लेट्स एक्सेप्ट द रेडिएंट ट्रूथ एंड इसको अवॉइड नहीं करते। आइडियली दे शुड हैव बीन इग्नोर्ड कि कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन में लाओ ही मत इसे, बट उन्होंने ट्रुथ को एक्सेप्ट किया कि वी कैन नॉट इम्प्लीमेंट, सो वी विल गिव अ न्यू ग्रुपिंग, वी विल कॉल देम डीपीएसपी।
ठीक।
समझ गए?
हाँ, इतने कंप्लीटली इग्नोर ना करके उसे ऐड।
एग्जैक्टली।
और
बोलो बोलो।
और एक चीज, जैसे हम कल आपने जैसे बोला था ना कि हम सिलेबस से रिलेटेड एक पहले टॉपिक पढ़ लें, लेकिन जैसे हम क्वेश्चंस एथिक्स के पढ़ते हैं तो वो पूरा ये सिलेबस इंटर रिलेटेड ही लगता है कि मतलब आप आंसर मतलब करोगे तो वो सारा टर्म्स भी सेम होती हैं, तो मुझे समझ
नो,
नहीं आ रहा है कि अभी से रिवीजन।
not that easy, again you are considering tragedy of shadows rather than accepting radiant truth. A reason for the same, if the question is about the human values, it will belong to human interface. If it is about something international relations, warrior and all, you can go over there. Which like part, if it is about the moral thinkers, you are reading the Socrates, go and understand the philosophy of Socrates first. So it's like you have to identify, it takes time. If you feel that every question somehow you will be able to have a certain data or a book which will say this question belongs to this part, you will never have understanding of that
हाँ, वो तो दो
ethics.
क्वेश्चन से ही समझ आता है।
Simple as that. You have, क्यों दिया रहा हूं मैं 2 क्वेश्चन 2 दिन पे?
पहला
do-
क्वेश्चन तो 2 दिन के लिए 1 दिन के लिए देना चाहिए था, मतलब एक
जब आप
क्वेश्चन
अपना
होना चाहिए।
मेंटरशिप प्लेटफॉर्म स्टार्ट करना तब रूल्स बनाना।
ऐसी बातें मत करो, आईएएस बनना है।
तो आईएएस बन के भी प्लेटफॉर्म बना लेते हैं लोग, तब भी वही मैं कह रहा हूँ, इतना आर्टिकल 19 नहीं देता मैं। मेघा,
सर केस स्टडी से रिलेटेड एक चीज पूछना है। केस स्टडीज के जो आंसर्स लिख रहे हैं, उसमें यू हैव टू बी डिप्लोमेटिक और यू हैव टू बी ऑनेस्ट। बिकॉज जब जैसे बहुत बार ये बोलते हैं कि दैट जो मतलब आपको बहुत एग्जैगरेटेड नहीं लगना कि वो एक फैब्रिकेटेड सी चीज लगे, और आपको इस तरह से लिखना है कि हाँ जो जेन्युइन हो, बट व्हेन यू आर राइटिंग अ जेन्युइन पॉइंट कि नहीं मेरा शायद स्टैंड ये होता, बट उसमें वो डिप्लोमेसी नहीं आ पाती है। मतलब वो जैसे एक केस स्टडी थी एंड यू डिस्कस्ड इन वन ऑफ द सेशन आल्सो कि वाइफ इज अ सिविल सर्वेंट एंड हस्बैंड इज वर्किंग इन एन एमएनसी और बच्चे को देखने में प्रॉब्लम आ रही है। तो व्हाट मेरा स्टैंड था कि आई विल रिजाइन फ्रॉम द जॉब। तो उसी वाला केस में आई वाज सेइंग कि जो मींस आई एग्जैक्टली पुट माई सेल्फ इनटू दैट सिचुएशन।
आई गॉट अ पॉइंट। वो थोड़ा रिलेटेबल हो गया तो इमोशंस भी हाई हो गए होंगे, है ना। देखो यार, सिंपल सी लॉजिक है, ethics is about what is not possible in life. Okay, in reality, if situation arises, mother will say, get lost, each and everything, I will take care of my child. This is the reality. Okay, house husband concept will never ever come in the India. Okay,
Sir
patriarch हैं
Arun,
क्या?
sorry sir.
Okay, okay, so it will not come. So what seems unrealistic and definitely an ideal thing, you should write it on paper. Unrealistic, I will make my husband understand, I will do this, we will call mother, grandmother, something like that. Unrealistic. In reality, भैया बच्चे तुम्हारे हैं, तुम संभालो, इतना बड़ा कर दिया, अब हम भी ये भी करें, get lost. This is the reality. Okay, so whatever not possible, whatever I will say looks very ideal, okay, that you should write in paper. Dead honest. Okay, diplomacy you can write over there where even diplomacy is on right side. Don't say in any say, I will leak the information to media. काटा लगेगा, whether be it interview or paper. Got it? Anyone else?
Sir, can we quote the example of Arundhati Bhattacharya, like the chairman of largest PSU, like जॉब कॉन्टेक्स्ट में बात की, उनका हस्बैंड उनके लिए मतलब आईआईटी का प्रोफेसर वाला जॉब छोड़ दिया था।
उसको पता है कि वहां पे इतना पैसा नहीं मिलेगा, इसके साथ रहता हूँ ज्यादा पैसा, तो छोड़ देगा, सिंपल है। वो भी आइडियल सिचुएशन वही है एक्चुअली, ठीक है। सर्टेनली दिस एग्जांपल कैन बी कोटेड, ठीक है, जोक्स अपार्ट। व्हाट एल्स? दैट्स ऑल। Okay, so let me switch off the recording first.